Welcome to Juniper Highlands. During the next few days, we're going to be working on this front door for the garden workshop.
We're in town and we found this door on Craigslist for only $45. And it's a great find because it's made of solid wood and it has lots of these old style windows. The old windows allow all of the sunlight through, and we're going to use that to passively heat the garden workshop.
We're removing the old finish using 60 grit sandpaper. Then we're going to smooth out the wood using 120 grit sandpaper.
Make sure you sand off every last bit of the old finish, because if there's any left, the new stain won't absorb into the wood at that spot. So just clean it up, make sure it's nice and smooth. And you have a clean surface for your new stain. When doing detail work, I just fold up the sandpaper into whatever shape fits best into the area that I'm trying to sand. Usually the detail work has a thinner layer of finish, so it's really not too hard to get it off. It just takes a little bit of extra time.
We finished sanding the door and brushed off all the excess dust. Now we're going to use mineral spirits to deep cleanse the wood.
Now that we've finished deep cleaning the wood and it's completely dry, we're going to add a pre-stained conditioner which allows the wood to take the stain more evenly. You should really apply the pre-stained conditioner with a lint-free cloth. Unfortunately, we don't have any, so we're going to have to use these old washcloths. You want the pre-stained conditioner to absorb into the wood for 5 to 15 minutes before you apply the stain, but no more than 2 hours.
And remember, for your personal safety, always wear gloves. It's been 15 minutes and now it's time to stain the door. Remember, this is a messy project. Your clothing will get stained. You should wear some clothing you don't like.
So we let the stain dry for about 4 hours and we're ready for the finish coat. Well, before you put the finish coat on, you want to check to make sure there are no imperfections that you can't live with, because once the finish coat goes on, then there's no going back. You'd have to resand the door and start all the way from the beginning. Now, the finish we're going to use is an oil-based finish because the stain we used was oil-based. And so you need to buy a special brush that is designed for oil-based materials. When we put the finish coat on, we're going to actually do 3 finish coats, and we have to allow 4 hours of dry time between the coats. So the side that we've completed with the red mahogany stain is the interior side of this door. Now the exterior side we're going to be doing a little bit differently. All over our property are little pottery shards that you find, and so we're using that as inspiration for the way we're going to paint the exterior of the door. So we're going to prime and paint this side of the door a light gray, and then I have a pattern from an actual pottery shard that we're going to put on the door.